How to get investment money for real estate. In this episode, we're going to go through exactly how to attract those investors with money to invest in your real estate projects. Stay tuned, and we're going to go through all of that and more. So before we get into all of it, what we're going to talk about first is what to do about you so you can attract more people to want to give you money. So that's going to be the first thing. We're going to touch on a couple other things and then how to get into it and find the money after that. So we've all heard of you never get a second chance to make a first impression, right? That goes for investors, hard money, private money lenders that you are going to solicit to invest in your project. You don't get a second chance for that first impression. So it's best that you lead with the best version of you first. What does that mean? Let's get into it. That means you should look presentable and be respectful. When you're meeting maybe a potential lender, make sure you're on time. In fact, be early. More importantly, know your numbers. So have something professional put together for them. Maybe you have the before photos with an after photo of what your envision is for the property. You have your scope of work, what needs to be done. You have your profit margins. You have your maximum allowable offer. Typically, you're probably under contract on this property already. So you have all these things put together already. But so you could have your purchase and sale contract as well. Maybe you already have a bid from a contractor. That would be great. You have all these different things put together. So then when they look at it, they're like, wow, I haven't seen one of these. I could tell you most people don't do this. You need to set yourself apart from the rest of the competition where they're just kind of just lobbing it over. If you do this, you're going to be able to attract a much broader audience of potential lenders because of it. So again, having something professional put together, including yourself. Know your numbers. Understand, have your comps put together in that package so they know what is stuff actually selling for. Once you have an opportunity to do a deal and you have a timeline, try to exceed the lender's expectations, whether it's through communication, finishing the deal, you name it. Inviting them over. What you want to do is bring them into that process and share the celebrations or victories with them, right? Have them see your finished product if you're proud of it. If you're not proud of it, get out of the business. So again, having a good reputation, having a good name. The industry is small. People will talk to who you've sold houses to. And realtors will do it too. So if you're putting out a crappy product, people are going to learn that you're doing a crappy product and you don't stand behind it. So I always try to stand behind the product, make sure that I over-deliver on that and take care of any of the new buyers' needs if that's what I'm doing is flipping the property, right? Depends if it's buy and hold or whatever it is. But again, exceeding people's expectations is what we're talking about here, specifically a lender's expectations. When you have this, you know who could be a potential lender and finding the money. If you put together a nice professional deck like that, friends and family. Often people overlook the friends and family. Why wouldn't you want to make your friends and family money before anybody else? Makes no sense. Go to them first. They're the most likely. Hopefully they believe in you, depending on what your track record's been. And if it hasn't been great, this is an opportunity for you to fix that. Come together with a professional package. Show them how much money they can make. Cut them in on the deal. Give them something for participating in it. This helps in different ways, whether they came up with the entire amount. Maybe they don't have that much, but maybe they could help with the bridge funding or the rehab. If you're finding this topic, how to find investment money for your properties, useful, then you want to make sure that you subscribe below because I'm going to be bringing you content like this and a lot more. So make sure you subscribe and we'll bring rich, valuable content to you daily. Other ways that you could get investment money is by getting these deals. You could also start doing wholesale deals. You could start wholesaling properties and build up that amount of money to help you invest in some of the longer term flips. For me, how I get commercial real estate money to invest, because usually they're a lot more expensive, is I'll flip a property and use that profits from flipping a residential property, I'll take those profits and put them towards a down on a commercial asset that's usually a lot more expensive, but also produces a lot more money. You guys have heard me talk about this before, where to look for funding. If you have not started networking and talking to lenders, what you want to do is go to scotsmanguide.com, 1T, scotsmanguide.com, whether it's residential or commercial, whether it's a traditional loan, hard money, private money, construction loan, you name it, you could find it in there. There's a matrix in there. You could go in, you could fill it out. You fill out your loan amount, what kind of asset it is, LTV, you name it. You fill out that criteria, and it will spit out the different lenders that could potentially do your deal. From there, you start whittling it down. You could start picking up the phone and having these conversations. Sometimes you don't necessarily find who could do your loan in that sheet necessarily, but maybe they know somebody in that area that could actually do that specific deal. So check out that. It's a great place to network. I know a lot of great lenders that are in there that could actually fund pretty much every deal out there. You've heard me say it before, and if you haven't, here you go. Lenders are in the business to what? To lend money. They're looking for a reason to lend to you. So at this point, it's kind of you messing it up, right? So making sure that you're presented well, and making sure you're articulate and know how to present the deal, and making sure that you actually found a good deal, right? And being able to share that with any potential lender is going to increase your likelihood, not only for getting the funding, but getting the most amount of funding with the least amount of points and fees and interest rate possible. So again, lead with your best foot forward. You only get one opportunity for one chance at the first impression. So make sure that your first impression with the lender is spot on. Have all these things put in place. I promise you, they're not seeing this type of professionalism from other real estate investors. You do this, you're going to be leading the pack. They're going to want to do business with you. So let's get serious about your financial future. Let's get going today. Let's find you a property. If you're having problems finding properties or finding the deals, I want to share with you right now, there's a link below, 100 ways to find off-market deals. Click on the link below, it's yours.